Now has come your day. Now is your appointed time to arise from your slumber, to stretch forth your claws, to open wide your jaws and devour the wicked. Bread upon the land, a bread full of fire, the fire of the world, burning all the way into every man's soul. Arise, Africa, let your glory be manifest. Bread unto America fire, bread unto Europe fire, bread unto the Middle and Far East fire. Make away all the stronghold of the wicked ones. Arise, O Africa, and reclaim yourself. Arise, for your light destitute in fragments. Arise, ye sons of Mother Africa, cradle of mankind. Arise at home and diaspora. Come, let us rebuild the motherland, O Africans. For here lies the memory of the dead, the vision of the living, and the hope. Africa is a continent which lies between the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. Africa is the largest of the three great southwest projections from the largest landmass of the earth. Separated from the Europe by the Mediterranean Sea, it joins to Asia at northeast extremity. You can view a landscape and believe you have witnessed the hand of God. You can watch the slow loop of a lioness and forget to breathe. You marvel at the tripod of a giraffe bent to water. There is no place quite like the continent of Africa. From its scorching desert to its untamed savannah, and its bustling city is captivated with its sights, scents, sound, and taste. A magical place like no other. Will Smith says, it is really beautiful. It feels like God visits everywhere else but lives in Africa. Miriam Makeba says Africa had hard mysteries and even a wise man cannot understand them, but a wise man respects them. When the missionary came to Africa, they had the Bible and we had the land. They said, let us pray. We close our eyes. When we opened them, we had the Bible and they had the land. Shortly, we were captured. They stole our properties. Like Festa 77, became slaves in our land and took many away to become slaves in different continents. Today, Africa spread all over the world. Africa is our center of gravity, our cultural and spiritual mother and father, our beating heart. No matter where we live on the face of the earth, the white now turn around to tag us with different hate names: black monkey, gorilla, chimpanzee, ape, a lot more. In the history of European cultures, the comparison of human to apes and monkeys was disparaging from its very beginning. When Plato, by quoting Heraclitus, declared apes ugly in relation to human and men apish in relation to gods, this was cold comfort for the apes. The fathers of the church went one step further, St. Gregory and St. Isidore compare pagan to monkeys, white calling Africans the black, monkeys, ape, gorilla, chimpanzee is disparaging. The value, not the lives of the black, is the African. Nelson Mandela once said, I will not leave South Africa, nor will I surrender. Only through hardship, sacrifice and militant action can freedom be won. The struggle is my life. I will continue fighting for the freedom until the end of my days. Is our wicked leader in Africa looting money to save in foreign accounts? Learning from this, Mandela stood and fought for South Africa, and today aside in Africa. Says, I dream of the realization of the unity of Africa, whereby its leaders combine in their efforts to solve the problems of the continent. I dream of our vast desert, of our forests, of our great wildernesses. He also said, I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. Religion crisis, religion differences should be put aside in Africa.
Permit me to draw your mind back to biblical things concerning Africa. The freedom of Israel started in Africa. The mad thieves and the freedom fighter of Israelites was born and brought up in Africa. Moses was born in Goshen, Lower Egypt, ancient Egypt, to Levite parents. Was it not in Africa Jeremiah started his ministry as a prophet? The weeping prophet Jeremiah was buried in Africa, therefore it's a holy continent. It was in Africa Joseph got refuge from his brother jealousy, which had plagued him throughout his youth. The time of famine, Sarah and Abraham ran to Africa for survival. Was it not in Africa Joseph's family ran to during famine? Africa was their land of plenty. For the rest of the family of Jacob, Africa became a place of refuge for another severe famine. Africa can feed itself in billions monthly and feed the world. Africa can never go hungry, no matter what the foreigners might think about Africa. Jeroboam was the next biblical personage whose career was affected positively by Africa, precisely Egypt. Africa is a sanctuary for the fugitive of Jeroboam. Check out the flight of Holy Family. I'm talking about Joseph and Mary. Africa serves as a refuge for the Israelites. On final time in the Bible, that occurrence was the child baby Jesus. When Jesus' parents fled from Bethlehem to Egypt in Africa to escape the wrath of Herod. Africa tasted the cross. Sarin was located in northern Africa in eastern Libya. The fifth station of the cross, showing Simon of Cyrene helping Jesus carry his cross. Therefore, no affliction can befall Africa. No vaccine testing in Africa can befall Africa. Africa leaders, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. How could a king be a slave in his own land? How can the white come to your country and dominate? How can the white control your resources? Africa, wake up. Africa wake up and embrace yourselves and make the African continent stronger in unity and peaceful kingdom where all kinds of mineral resources are located. Kingdom of bunch of talents. Our leaders should wake up. Our leaders should invest in Africa to develop what belongs to us with love. One currency, one voice, one hope, one joy, one fight, and one freedom. Africa. Without wasting much of our time, let's quickly look at our aspiration for the African ones. Firstly, a peaceful and a secure Africa. Secondly, an Africa with strong cultural selfhood, common heritage, values and ethics. An Africa where development is people obsessed, unleashing the potential of its youths and women. An Africa of good governance, democracy, respect for human rights, justice and the rule of law. An integrated continent, politically united and based on the ideas of Pan-Africanism and the vision of Africa Renaissance. A prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. Africa as a strong, united and influential global player and partner. Africa faces significant challenges in reaching some goals. Should I say all because of selfish leaders in our society? Below are some of the important issues that we as an African people need to work on collectively in a proactive manner to achieve inclusive growth, social and economic development. Firstly, equal opportunity for all. I'm talking about social, racial and religious. It is high time we stop all the religious politics and discrimination. Secondly, is job creation. Job creation is needed in our society to reduce the rate of joblessness. Next is poverty rate. Poverty causes crime. This is a disease we as an African need to deal with. Fourthly is the agricultural development. I'm talking about food security. Embrace agriculture in Africa to reduce hunger in our society. A hungry man is an angry man. Market price regulation or financial market governance and regulation. It is high time our government set up a team for market regulation, price regulation in every sector. Gender equality. Gender superiority should be cut short little. I'm not saying African culture should be eradicated, but to create room for women. Then we should be looking at private sector development, especially micro, small and medium enterprises. This should be enhanced, should be embraced by our leader. What about our health services? Infrastructure. The infrastructure I'm talking about is transportation. That is road, railways, ports, energy, The renewable source is what I'm talking about. Water and sanitation. Information and communication technology. Public-private partnerships. Rural development. Social security and assistance. Tourism trends. Urban development. I'm talking about smart cities. Law and justice system. Labor regulation. Natural resources management. Health service, communicable, non-communicable disease management. High quality education for all, including digital literacy. Crime and violence, including domestic violence. Environmental sustainability and climate changes initiatives. Facilitation and effective regulation of trade in goods and trade in services, addressing tariff and non-tariff barriers, regulation or regulatory obstacles. Then we will now be talking about the foreign direct investment, FDI, generation and management.